Hello, future doctors. Welcome to this exciting journey into Class 11 Biology. Today, we are diving deep into a fundamental process, the uptake of mineral ions. While it might sound simple, plants have developed incredibly sophisticated ways to acquire the essential nutrients they need from the soil. We'll explore this fascinating topic across 4 levels of complexity, from the basic what and how to the intricate molecular mechanisms and competitive insights. Get ready to uncover the secrets of how plants eat. Let's start with the basics. How do plants, seemingly rooted in one place, manage to gather all the vital building blocks they need? So, what exactly are mineral ions? Think of them as the vitamins and minerals for plants essential inorganic nutrients like nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. Just like we need a balanced diet, plants need these ions for everything from growing leaves to producing flowers and fruits. They primarily get these vital nutrients from the soil, dissolved in water, ready for absorption. It's the plant's way of eating from the ground. How do plants actually absorb these ions? The main action happens in their roots, especially the tiny root hairs, which dramatically increase the surface area for absorption. There are 2 primary ways ions get in: passively, which is like sliding down a hill without much effort, moving from high concentration in the soil to lower concentration in the root; or actively, which is like pushing a heavy object uphill, requiring the plant to expend energy to bring ions in, even when they're scarce outside. This ensures plants get all the nutrients they need, even against tough odds. Now, let's test your understanding with a few quick questions. Think about the key differences we just discussed. Take your time to answer these, reinforcing your grasp of the fundamental concepts of mineral ion uptake. Ready to go a bit deeper? Let's explore the specific mechanisms plants use to absorb these crucial mineral ions, moving beyond the simple passive and active categories. When we talk about ion uptake, we categorize it into passive and active mechanisms. Passive uptake is like a free ride. Ions move along their concentration gradient, perhaps through simple diffusion, or carried along with water in a process called mass flow. There's also ion exchange, where roots swap one ion for another. Active uptake, however, is a directed effort. It requires the plant to spend energy, typically in the form of ATP, to pull ions into its cells, even if the concentration inside is already higher than outside. This allows plants to accumulate essential nutrients efficiently. The unsung heroes of this process are the root hairs. These tiny extensions dramatically increase the root's surface area, making absorption much more efficient. The cell membrane of root cells plays a crucial role too. It's not just a barrier, it's a gatekeeper, embedded with specialized transport proteins. These proteins act as channels or carriers, allowing specific ions to pass through, either passively, facilitated diffusion, or actively, pumping them against their concentration gradient. These systems are highly selective, ensuring the right nutrients get in. Beyond the general categories, plants employ specific transport systems. Channel proteins are like tunnels, allowing ions to rapidly diffuse through when open. Carrier proteins are more like revolving doors, and they bind to specific ions and change shape to move them across the membrane. Then there are ion pumps, which are the powerhouses. They use ATP directly to push ions against their concentration gradient, creating the necessary conditions for many other uptake processes. Various factors like soil pH, oxygen levels, and even symbiotic fungi can significantly influence how effectively plants can absorb these vital ions. Time to challenge your understanding at the medium level. These questions will prompt you to think about the how and why behind the different mechanisms of mineral ion uptake. Pause and consider your answers carefully. Now, let's elevate our understanding. We are going to analyze the intricate details, connecting the dots between ion movement and fundamental biological theories. Delving deeper into transport, passive uptake isn't just simple diffusion. It includes facilitated diffusion, where specific protein channels or carriers aid movement down the electrochemical gradient without energy. These ion channels are highly selective gates. Active transport, on the other hand, directly uses ATP for primary transport, like H+ ATPase pumping protons. It also employs secondary active transport, or cotransport, which harnesses the energy from an existing electrochemical gradient, often a proton gradient, to move other ions, either in the same direction, symport, or opposite directions, antiport. This intricate dance of ions is vital for nutrient accumulation. Crucial to active transport is the electrochemical gradient and membrane potential. The cell membrane maintains an electrical charge, typically negative inside, creating an electrical potential. This, combined with a concentration difference, forms the electrochemical gradient, which dictates ion movement. Proton pumps, specifically H+ ATPase, are central players. They actively pump protons out of the root cells, establishing a strong electrochemical proton gradient. This proton motive force is then cleverly used by other transporters to bring in a variety of essential mineral ions, effectively powering their uptake. Plants possess a sophisticated array of specific transporters for each nutrient, from phosphate to nitrate. These aren't just always on, their activity is tightly regulated at multiple levels, from how much protein is made, transcription, translation, to how the protein itself functions, post-translational modification. This allows plants to adapt to changing nutrient availability. Furthermore, the symbiotic relationship with mycorrhizal fungi is a game-changer. These fungi extend the plant's effective absorption surface area, dramatically improving the uptake of less mobile nutrients like phosphorus in a mutually beneficial exchange. Now, let's tackle some harder questions. These will require you to synthesize information and apply your knowledge of electrochemical gradients, specific transporters, and symbiotic relationships. Think critically about the underlying principles. All right, future scientists, prepare to push the boundaries of your knowledge. In this hardest level, we'll explore the cutting-edge insights, competitive depth, and even engineering perspectives on mineral ion uptake. The foundation of our understanding began in the mid-19th century with pioneers like Sachs and Knopp, who used hydroponics to identify essential mineral elements. This led to the rigorous criteria for essentiality we use today. Beyond mere presence, understanding ion uptake now involves kinetic analysis, much like enzyme kinetics. We talk about high-affinity transport systems, HATS, that scavenge nutrients at low concentrations, and low-affinity transport systems, LATs, that handle abundance. These kinetic parameters, like kilometer values, reveal the efficiency and specificity of a plant's nutrient acquisition machinery. At the molecular level, plants employ diverse transport systems. ABC transporters, a massive superfamily, are primary active transporters involved in moving various substances, including ions, using ATP. P-type ATPase, like the H+ ATPase we discussed, are another type of primary active transporter vital for establishing gradients. Specific cation channels, like K+ channels, allow rapid passive flow, while anion channels manage anion movement. This intricate network of highly specialized proteins, each with its unique function, orchestrates the precise uptake and distribution of every essential mineral ion. Plants face a dual challenge, acquiring enough essential nutrients while avoiding toxicity from excess or harmful elements. They achieve this through clever mechanisms. Exclusion prevents toxic ions from entering. Compartmentation sequesters excess ions into vacuoles, keeping them away from vital metabolic processes. Chelation uses organic molecules to bind and detoxify metal ions, or facilitate their transport. Efflux pumps actively expel unwanted ions. All these strategies ensure internal homeostasis. Furthermore, ion uptake is not isolated, it's deeply integrated with water transport via the xylem and photosynthesis, which provides the energy and carbon skeletons necessary for building and fueling these complex systems. Beyond immediate survival, plants have evolved remarkable adaptations. Roots release compounds called exudates, protons, organic acids, enzymes that modify the soil around them, the rhizosphere, making nutrients more available. This chemical dialogue with the soil is crucial for nutrient mobilization. Looking to the future, our deep understanding of these molecular mechanisms opens doors for genetic engineering. By enhancing high-affinity transporters or optimizing root architecture, we can improve crop nutrient use efficiency, leading to more sustainable agriculture with reduced fertilizer inputs and less environmental pollution. It's a testament to the power of biological insight. Now, brace yourselves for the ultimate challenge. These questions demand a comprehensive understanding, critical thinking, and the ability to connect various advanced concepts. Take your time, analyze each question thoroughly, and articulate your answers with precision. Good luck! Continuing with our most challenging questions. Remember to integrate your knowledge from all levels, from the basic mechanisms to the intricate molecular details and broader ecological implications. These questions are designed to prepare you for the highest level of competitive exams. Keep pushing your limits. And that wraps up our deep dive into the fascinating world of uptake of mineral ions. We've journeyed from the basic what and how to the intricate molecular machinery and the cutting-edge insights that drive biological innovation. I hope this exploration has sparked your curiosity and deepened your understanding of how plants sustain themselves. For more such engaging and comprehensive educational content, make sure to visit synapse.omaps.in. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for continuous learning. Keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep growing. See you next time.